Hello once again. It's funkdoc here, as always, and we're going to do a two-player game on USA against MartyFunkhouser. Marty is another longtime veteran of this game with a very strong win rate, almost 50%. So I think this should be a good one. Don't know how much experience Marty has in the two-player games, but I'm willing to bet he should be a solid opponent for me at least. This one is interesting because the design is kind of a tunnel. So I'm trying to think of what the best single build would be here. You can't go Atlanta, you can't go Washington or Norfolk. Those are cornering yourself too far in and giving your opponent too much space. So it has to be either Raleigh or one of the twins. I'm thinking Raleigh might be the answer here because it gives you routes into both red and brown here from Raleigh. Going to Pittsburgh, going to Atlanta. What I would expect is if I were to build Raleigh, I think my opponent would go Atlanta and one of these twins here, Savannah, Jacksonville. There's like literally no difference between those two cities. They have the free connection with each other, and thus, same connection costs to their bordering cities. Hence why we call them twins. They're really just the same. And I'm going to ping Marty just to let him know the game has started. Since he goes first in the auction. He's going first in the auction. I'll bid 5 on the 4 plant here. And I'll give it up at 6. As per usual. I'm like, in these videos of the 2-player games, I find myself always starting with the 3 plant. Because I feel like most of my opponents, they're not really 2-player specialists. Like, I've gone in hard on 2-player. Particularly with J-Bone. We've done so many games together, and I learned so much from him about how to play 2-player. So those games are what made me value the 4 plant a lot less. Like, I would only pay 5 for it at most. On some maps, I wouldn't even pay more than list price for it. In fact, I would actually put the 3 up for bid. Okay, Marty does the... What is probably the better build here? Yeah. I'm making him pay a little extra, which helps me a little bit in the early game, but not extremely so. That was definitely the right build for him in response to mine. Yeah, I'd say that for sure. Bid 6 for the 5 plant. That's what I like to see because I would have given it up at 5. Now I will gladly take the 8 and just spam the coal. And 21 and 44 came. Okay. 21, that's a big deal. It's such a strong plant for as low a number as it has, so it's very likely to make it on the market before too long here. I'm just going to buy all the resources. Well, not all. .44 goes under the deck, and not to be seen again until step 3. And 29 comes in. That's another fairly important plant. I will pass this plant, give my opponent the 10 at list price. This is why I bought so much coal last turn, to make sure it'll be make it a little more expensive for them since they're going to get the 10 without a fight. 10 and the 8 just go horribly together, so I'm not going to put the 10 up for bid, especially because that would give my opponent the 13. Now this is interesting because 20 showed up. 20 and 21. This tells me my opponent's not going to build this turn. Or I guess they will. They should build 1, I think. And I am not going to build either. I want bottom in this auction, for sure. I have a little bit of a money advantage from buying 1 fewer plant than my opponent. Especially now. Especially now. 33 went under the deck, and then 12 comes in to just shit up this market for this turn. Yes, give me 13. 13 is such a good plant in 2-player games. Such a good plant. And now 14 comes in. Yay. I'm definitely building the other twin to block my opponent out of this. I'm just questioning which is the other city I'll build this turn. Or actually, do I want to build? Do I even want to build is the question. I don't think I want to build... Do I want to build 4? Because... I think I do. I think I do want to build 4. All right. And I want to get in on Birmingham here. So again, stocking max resources. Drive up these prices for my opponent here. Yeah, it looks like my opponent should probably build to 4. Yeah? I don't know, let me think about this here. Nah, I need to get momentum on the builds. I'm losing the efficiency battle to my opponent now because of the 12. Like, the 12 coming was actually bad news for me. I maybe should have tossed in a bid on the 12 instead of 13. I don't know. 13 is so much more long-term value. 31 came. 18, that makes me... Oh, no, this is interesting, though. I might try to build the 7 out of the game this turn, if needed. Because right now, my opponent is winning the plant battle over me, and thus it's on me to move the market and try to get better plants available. We'll see what happens. Twelve's doing so much work right now. I don't know if I really should have put in a bid on that. I'm almost wondering about that now. I mean, oil's not going to be cheap once 21 comes on, but... Oh god, 19. Okay, that's actually great news for me. Now, I don't want to build. Because I want to keep the 18 in the market for us to fight for it. That's what I'm looking at right now. At this stage, I do not want to move the market any further here. I don't want to run the 8 again after this turn, so I'm not buying extra resources here. I want to establish my position on the builds, though. Hence I build to 6 and not 7. Because I don't want to get 18 and drop my opponent to 20. Is what I'm thinking about here. 29 actually goes under the deck. Wow. Alright, this is going to be a fight here. This is going to be a freaking fight. Okay, we've driven this up quite a lot now. I think what I'll do in this situation is I'll give this to him and I'll buy the 7. I think. Just so I can move the market, plus, you know, oil is still relatively cheapish. The reason Memphis is so important for me is that it has direct connections 3 ways into this vertical block here, which this is the cheapest part of the red area. So I really wanted to claim Memphis. Because even if my opponent were to jump past me into like one of these cities, I could just cut him off. And one of the other ones and just go from there. Here's what I'm going to do in this situation. I think I'll just buy 3 coal and 3 oil and react to whatever Marty does. Also, 22 coming on, so yeah, this is... this market was looking like it could explode early, and now it's really slowed down. Okay. There goes Marty with the jump past me into Florida. Into South Florida there, sure. And they actually go above me in the turn order. So that's good news for me. Why? Because they're going to buy the 20, and I'm going to pass and take 21. That's my plan here. And 37 goes under the deck. This is not a very good step 3 market right now, I have to say. Ooh, passes the 20 to me. I mean, if he passes, I'll take it. Sure. That's fine. And 25 comes on, so that's not going to be good news for the 20s. Not the greatest news for the 20s long-term value, but I feel like I still, as bad as my plants are, I still can't pass it up at list price, you know? So here this turn, I don't want to move the market again because I don't want to get 22 up on there. So I think I will stay put with the builds here. So I feel like for both of us, it's not in our best interest to build right now. Although, I forgot I was going to go top next turn, so I should have stored extra coal. That's very bad for me. Although, it'll be less bad if I can get 21 here. So I want to cut off another jump point for my opponent to get into red, make it expensive for them to get anywhere in red. I can build one more here. Yeah? This could either be Buffalo or... no, Buffalo's not worth it. I think it has to be one of the red cities here. Yep. There goes Marty into Buffalo, which makes sense. Again, this is such a low power step 3 market. Like, the only plant that can power more than 5 is 31, which is going to be awful in this game. And there we go. This is what I needed. I need 21 here. I really want to win this plant. Like, extremely want to win this plant. Because my opponent then will have to take the 22, and that'll give them less ability to just shove up coal for me. And 17! Okay, now I'm in the driver's seat for this game. Marty is going to have to build above me in the turn order if they want to move the market. Like, Marty can only power 8 cities, and not even efficiently, because 10 is not making a lot of money at this point. Probably still worth running just to damage my 20, of course. Drive up the price of coal for me, since I'm much more dependent on it than Marty is. But Marty has the problem of moving the market here. We're not even through all the really bad plants yet in the deck. I forgot to mark off 14, but we still have 11, 15, 16, and 23 to go. 24 also, although 24 is not bad at this point. I don't even care that he's buying out coal here, honestly. Because I'm really just want to run the 21 here. I am falling behind on money, though, with that. And Marty does build above me. Okay. And then the next lowest plant's going to get removed, too. So 25, very likely to stay on the market. But Marty kind of has a problem there with 25. I'll take the 1 city there. Stay below in the turn order. 50, yeah, okay, so 25 is guaranteed to stay on the market. Yeah, I'm not making shit for money. Marty's probably going to win this game, to be honest. Like, I needed 20 at the time. It's just getting into such a bad situation with early plants. Because the reason I really wanted plant 8 early in this game was that I thought the market would drop big plants after 13. So I wanted to stay below in the turn order for that one. Ooh, 26. This is going to be interesting. This feels worth a little under 40 to me. Like, I need to drive for Marty. Like, Marty needs this plant a lot more than I do. Yeah. 24. That is an interesting plant for me. I might actually... Do I want 25? Do I really want 25 here? I think I do. Because now my opponent only has... They already maxed out coal in their plant. They can only fire that plant for 2 coal. So they can only buy out 2 coal from me per turn. And we have 4 coal coming back into the game now, so 25 is actually sustainable for me to run at this point. That being said, I don't have the money to make the use of it right now. So I think I just pass on this one. Yeah, I think I just pass. And there's no other... Well, no, they could buy 25, though. This is the problem. If 25 stays on the market, there's a decent chance it will get pushed off, but not something you can count on. So I do need to store extra coal just in case. Actually, no, wait. No, I'm only going to build to 10. So I'm guaranteed to stay below them in the turn order anyway. Right? Right. Yeah, I think this is the correct play. I think I just take Kansas City. I don't try to go for Boston. I think, anyway. Because I want to stay below them in the turn order. That's my goal right now. Yeah, the green plants are definitely giving Marty an edge, though. Yep. See, the thing is, the issue was that if I built Boston, Marty was going to stay at 10, stay below me in the turn order, which I can't afford right now. I think this is just a losing game for me, to be perfectly honest. I needed 25 to get pushed off the market, and that did not happen. How close are we to step 3 right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to come next turn. Yeah? Yeah. It's going to come next turn. Need to think here. Because they do have 2 coal stored. They have 2 coal. They can replace the 12 with the 25. I can deny them any coal to run, but the problem is they still power cities more efficiently than I do. And they're going to have a higher base capacity. Because if I put in a bid on this plant, it's really bad for me. But Marty can just take the 24, and that's a great plant for them. They'll have to build over the coal they have, but that's not really such a big deal. Yeah, I think I'm just toast this game. The green plants ended up being worth too much, as per usual. I mean, even 22's done a lot of work. I mean, I still think, 21 was still a better buy than 22, I feel, but once again, 20 getting me into trouble in a 2-player game. And I don't want to buy 24 at this point, because if I buy 24, then I can't get to 21 cities with my next plan after this. I'm just forced to pass this to him, I think. $39 comes in. So, yeah. Those other bad plants, they just never came. So the deal was Marty had to make more jumps than me, but Marty got an extra city. I'm not sure who actually won the builds in this game. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to plan out my next 2 turns here. Because if I can get 1 higher base capacity than Marty and end the game next turn, that would win it for me. Like, I could buy 24 this turn. Need to think about this, though. Alright. So looking at the cities I have left, I have 11 cities left to build. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus the resources I'm going to have to buy this turn. Yeah, I don't know about this. And there's going to be really efficient choices for 6 plants, so threatening coal is not really going to hurt Marty too much with the 25. I don't think it's worth buying extra coal here. All right. Yeah, I'm just dead this game no matter what. Lost cause, folks. Lost cause. Is it even worth buying coal? It's really not for me. Definitely worth buying oil to drive up price for Marty. It's literally not even worth buying coal for me right now. Well, I should have bought the six one maybe. Maybe you should have bought the one coal that was at 6. Yeah, I can't win. I just could not make enough money in the early game at all. The main thing that I think set me back in this game was the market suddenly stalling after I bought the 8 plant and committed to the turn order plan. Because the 10 ended up being a huge advantage over me. Because we ended up running the 8 and the 10 for way longer than normal. So my opponent won largely off of that. But also, passing the 20 to me, I think, was a very smart decision on their part. Because they knew that I needed that plant. My plants were awful. I needed the 20. But it was not going to be good long term. The problem with me storing all this coal was I'm not going to run the 20 this turn anyway. But yeah, I'm just screwed now. Totally screwed. We're just going to play this out quick. I'm not even going to bother updating the plant tracker or anything. There's just no way for me to win right now. I'm going to end up replacing 21, and I paid a lot of money for that plant. This is just everything I did. So, man, I feel like the first part of this game where I lost was luck, but then other things I did after that, there were mistakes. Like maybe I did pay too much for 21 when I could have taken the green plant. Well, that's a sweet deal for me at least. So I built to 14 here. Yeah, 14? Yeah, I think that's the move. But regardless, Marty just wins this. Marty only needs a 5 plant on the next turn too, which is really good because there's a bunch of efficient 5 capacity plants that are still to be drawn in the market. I doubt I could even buy a plant and get to 21 next turn. Yeah, this one's, yeah. We're just playing out the string at this point. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what went wrong in this game. Because at the time that I bought the 8, it was just all these big plants showing. And there were no like really low plants showing in the market. So I thought that I could stay low and get something big. And then 12 came and just screwed everything up. And the situation I got myself into with the 8 plant in turn was what forced me to take the 20. Like, I had to buy the 20 at that point. So, the plant market dictated a lot of my early decisions here. But then I think overpaying for 21 was a mistake on my part. I'll actually put 30 up for bid here to replace 24. It's my idea. Or no, replacing 21 would be better. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I'm not going to get to 21 this turn, I'm almost positive. The cities I have left are cheap ones, but even still. I can actually pay 34. Wait, I can end the game. I can pay 34 for this plan and end the game. Believe it or not. And I have to give it to them. Yeah. Good win, Marty. Good win. I could buy 31 and replace the 20 to get to 20 power 20 cities at the end. I can't even buy 40 to get to 21 there, so this is just done. Yep. Marty's going to be loaded compared to me. I want to see what the endgame money is like. So on the one hand, 24 was a mistake, but on the other hand, there was nothing I could have done anyway at that point. I don't know. I guess I had to not pay for 21 and take, be more willing, maybe be more willing to fight for the green plants. Be more willing to fight for the 18. That might have been my big mistake, was not paying more for 18. As bad as that market was. That might have been the move. GG. Huh. I mean, they built an extra city compared to me, but they still weren't as rich as I thought. Yeah, sure, we'll do another one. So, hey, you're going to get double in this video. Alright, let's see if I can do better this time. And we get the most expensive possible USA config here. Luckily, I recorded another video with this one recently. I'll put the 4 up for 6, see if Marty pays 7 for it. I'm testing him a little bit with this one. Let me restart the plant tracker here. But yeah, Marty basically only had one extra city worth of money over me, as I think about it. So they weren't winning by as much as I expected in that first game. Interesting. Yeah. 18 was such a difference maker, though. I should have paid more. That should have been bid up to at least 35, I realize. with the market that bad. Maybe even 40. I don't know. Okay, Marty lets me have the 4. So here's a game where I actually start with the 4 in 2-player. In almost all my recorded games, I've been starting with the 3. So this is a little different for me. Oh, 25 going under the deck is a huge, huge deal. That could do a lot to keep coal cheaper in the mid and late game. And Marty makes the exact build that I would make here, for sure. Actually, no, wait. I think the other map I recorded was a little bit different from this one. I definitely want to get in one of the twins as well. It's a question of where I go for the second city. And I think the answer might actually be Santa Fe. That gives the most connections to. It gives me a route into. It gives me a lot of direct connections into Red, and also into Aqua. This is the most expensive possible USA map. It's an interesting one. It's either Billings or Santa Fe is what you want. Billings gives you the cheaper early cities, much cheaper early cities, but Santa Fe gives you more connections. It has more in terms of long-term value for building. It's a question of what we prefer, and I think I'm going to try Santa Fe here. Because this gives me the most different connections into all 3 of the regions here. That's what I'm going for with this. I can't build a 3rd city next turn, but I don't really care about that. I would not build a 3 anyway on turn 2. 26 comes on. Okay. Okay. I'll put 5 up for bid, see if Marty bids 6 on it. Because they put it up for 6 in the last game. Yep. And I will gladly take my... do I want the 8 with 20, though? This is something I'll have to think about here. I'm almost considering the 9. But with their oil, I don't know. This might just have to be 8. Yeah, 8. Alright, sure, 8. 15, though. 15 and 20. Oof. That means 26 goes under the deck, too. Holy crap, this is going to be bad. Oh, man. Mid-game plants are going to be rough here. And yet, Billings was definitely the obvious build for Marty, for sure. Because it controls 2 different paths, where if I want to jump past them, I would only get one of those paths. I could either jump into Seattle or jump into Boise. Because they probably take the other one that I don't take in that situation. And I bought as much extra coal as possible because I'm going to be on top of the turn order for next turn. That's what I was thinking there. Just buy all the coal I can possibly afford and nothing else. And as always, I pass the 10 because 10 is a terrible fit with 8. Yep, and now this will be interesting. Do I bid for the 13 here is the question. And with my current plants, I don't think so because 13 does not go well with 8, actually. 32 going under the deck. So oil is going to be cheap throughout this game. You know, 26 and 32 are the two main like big oil plants that you can get before step 3 realistically, and both of those are going to be gone now. So big deal for me. And I have no reason to buy any extra coal here at all. So yeah. Let's see if Marty builds. Because if they build, okay, no. All right. That's good news for me. One way or another, I think I'm going to build next turn. $17 comes on. So that 15 could actually help me a lot more. Marty kind of has to put 13 up for bid. And then I think I have to pass and take 15 here. That's what I think I have to do. Yeah. Because with 17 coming on the market, that's just a blow. Oh boy. Oh boy. I definitely think I take the 9 over the 11 here though. And my next build's going to be Oklahoma City. Because that's only $1 more expensive than Omaha, and it gives me a lot more of the important connections in red. That's my thinking there. All right, let me think about this. Okay. Because Oklahoma City and Kansas City would be the ones I'd want. So I could just barely afford... No, I don't want to do that, though. I don't want to do that. My opponent won out big time here with frickin' 11 dropping after 13. That's just bad news for me. I think what I do here is take the 8 and play turn order game. I mean, take the 9. Because I do need to attack oil some. Actually, no, wait. Hold on. Let me think about this. I could actually take 7 here. 7 or 9. 9 would have more long-term value. 7 would make me more money in the short term, I think. Although my opponent, actually kind of think of it. Omaha and Kansas City, I think, would make more sense for me because my opponent does not have a direct connection to Oklahoma City. So let me think about this. So that would leave me with 16 for coal. I could buy 2 extra coal, do that, but 7 is not going to be a good long-term plan. I think I just go with the 9 here. All right. Yeah, I think storing extra coal is the move for me here. Marty should take Omaha next, I think. But this is not looking good again. Not looking good again. $44 came in. I missed that. That's going into the deck. Boise and Salt Lake. Okay. In my situation, instead of 15, I might rather buy the 11 here. If Marty puts 15 up for bid, I might just give it to him. Take 11, store extra coal. That'll put me in a good position for 20 on the next turn. Seriously? Okay. I think I have to build at this point. Can I even build to 6, though? I can't. I can't even build to 6. Fuck my life. This sucks. I mean, I feel like I've already lost this game again with these drops. 14 out of nowhere. Are you serious? Like, 16 would have actually been really good for me. I would take a 16 drop all day. God. God. I don't even know. I don't even freaking know right now. I mean, I build Kansas City because I have no reason not to. That's for sure. The problem is just, I want to stay below. I want to stay below Marty. Which means I can't build to 5. God, this is so bad. So bad. Yeah, I'm just dead here. I mean, I think I had to pass on 15 there because 11 fits better with my plants right now and would give me better turn order, which is important with 20 on the horizon. If Marty knows what they're doing, they're not going to build this turn. Because if they were to build, it would only help me by building to 6 cities to get 6 out of the market. That would only help me. So they want to keep the market bad. It benefits them. 15 and 13 are just like the best plants right now. So he's got this game about locked up if he doesn't do anything crazy here. Definitely take Kansas City for sure, because this way I'm blocking like all the main connections in red. So I'm basically claiming all of red for myself here at this point. I don't care about Omaha so much. So if I get all of red, I have one in purple, one in aqua. So really, I would just need 2 more cities to win the builds then. And I should be able to get Phoenix at least. Phoenix plus one of SoCal would work for me. Because it's a cheap jump in SoCal. If they get San Diego first, I can jump into LA, and I win out easily from that. Remember, each city that you get before your opponent in 2-player, meaning the cities that you get in step 1, each of those is a $10 swing over your opponent, minus the cost of whatever jumps. Oh my god, Marty actually builds to 6. I don't know why they're doing that. That may have just given me some life right there. What I need to do, because I'm such an underdog in this game, is I need to, I think, pass on the 20 and go for 29, I think is my play here. Oh my god. The gift that keeps on giving, this market. I'll actually buy 12. I will buy 12 if he passes to me. Let me think about this. Ooh, if I get Omaha, that's great news for me. Okay. Yeah, I can't do this, so. I think I just pass and stay bottom, actually, in this situation, and just be content to run the 8 this turn. And obviously take the $2 oil because of course, and I'll take the $4 coal too. Can't let coal get too cheap. So I built 2 cities here for sure. Right? I take Omaha. And Dallas, yeah? Yes, I'm making Marty buy the coal. All right. All right. This is good for me getting Omaha. That's big for me because now all I need is Phoenix and I can win the builds here. Man, I'm so pissed that the market got bad again after Marty built to 6. They should have been punished for that. Marty should not have built last turn. They should have just kept the market bad and let me choke on my inefficiency. Instead, they gave us a chance at 20 and 29 or some other big plant coming. The way my opponent built, Billings would have worked out better for me than Santa Fe in the opening. But who knows? And they don't build, which is happy news for me. The 9's definitely been worth it, too. 38. Then 50 is going under this turn, because that was just drawn. Oh, 31 was drawn. I didn't see that. Marty's got a decision here because we've gone through most of the bad plants left in the deck. So I think I'd rather have 27 than 20 here, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Because the market's going to open up soon. We're going to get to step 2. There's a lot of potentially big plants still to come. And I don't think I want to toss in any bids on this. And there's my 27, which I will take. So now we're reversing the roles of the previous game. My opponent took the 20, and they don't even have enough coal stored to run it for a turn, and I obviously will take the 27 here. What's the next plant to be drawn? Oh, 29, okay. Because 31, 42. So 50, 46, 42, we know those are the next plants that will go under the deck. All the highest numbered plants left in the game here. Question is, I think we keep the 8 and demolish the 4 in this situation. And don't buy any extra coal. That is the plan. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? I have to do this. It's sad, but I have to give up Phoenix because I need to just make my money this turn. I need to catch up on money. And my opponent's plants just go so badly together. This is a problem for them. I mean, 5 is still actually pretty decent efficiency still. I'm doing what I can with oil, but it's just not enough to make it more expensive, so 5 is working out really well. But I'm very likely going to lose Phoenix here. And thus end up losing the builds. $29 stays on, baby. That's exactly what I needed. I'll get use out of this 1 extra coal that I have. And I will fight for this plant because we've gone through a lot of huge plants, so there's a lot of bad stuff that could drop at this point. So 29 is going to be worth quite a bit, I think, especially with 25 and 26 already under the deck. Like, 31 is just awful. Like, 31 I don't think should even be bought if it were to drop. So We could be in for another mini market stall here. I'm liking my position more and more, I think. $22, and that's what I wanted to see. Sweet. Now I can make it to, There's 39. Okay. 31, 36, 39, 42, 46. Okay. We still got a ways to go before step 3, so, I really like the looks of things for me. 27 and 29, man, I just have such an efficient setup. It's going to be a huge deal here. Also, I think 29 will continue to be a coal plant. I can't afford Phoenix in another city, so I expect Marty might probably build Phoenix anyway now. I definitely think I got a good price on 29, even like mid 40s, because of the situation with the other plants. It was worth that. Like 29 was worth that because of no 25, no 26, coal being crazy expensive for the 20, oil being ridiculously cheap. Yeah, all told with that, I think this was the play here. Well, there goes Phoenix anyway, so not that it matters. And now I shall definitely build to begin step 2, which plays to my favor because I have smaller plants. But yeah, I'm just going to keep burning coal on the 29, I think, to drive up his 20. Maybe you should have bought a coal this turn, now that I think about it. $24 comes in. That's an interesting one. 24. I could go for 24 here myself. That's an option. I could try 24 myself. And what I could do with that is I could try to go for like a 4-4-6-7 finish, which with 36 since 36 is not going to go out of the game before step 3, I think that should work for me. My opponent can have 31. They can have 31 all they want, buddy. $21 is a... Wow, that's an amazing drop for them, though. That was what they really needed at this point. I might actually demolish the 11 here, so I can keep, kind of keep a little pressure on oil for their 21, because 21 is just a perfect plant for them right now. Let me check payments here. I would gain 13 cities, so 13 versus 12. $6. I gain an extra $6. But it's a question of, do I want to pressure my opponent? in terms of resources? I think the answer to that will be yes. I'll actually demolish the 11 here. And 18 comes in after 21. Ah, if only that had come the turn before. Oh well. So step 3 is going to come on the next turn. And 24 is going to be really solid because we know that 30 is not in the game. So trash should stay fairly cheap. It will get cheaper in step 3 as well, because trash restock rate improves to 3 in step 3. And the step 3 card, it's going to come in the next turn. Build to 12. Eh? Okay. Okay. I think I actually need to stay below them so that I can afford to buy 36. I think that is possibly a plan. Because... well, no, the other two 7 plants are both in the game. 36 is the safe one, though. Oh, boy. Question is, do I burn the 9 or not? I think the answer is probably stay below in the turn order, so no. That does make me not regret my decision to build over the plant 11, though. Alright. This is interesting because there's 39, which is a really nice cheap plant, but also 36 I can safely buy and store 3 coal on just for the end game. I'm never going to actually run 30. If I buy 36, I am never going to run it until the end of the game. This step 3 market is really bad, so 39 is well worth bidding up here. For sure. And all the coal. This presents a problem now. This presents a big problem. They buy 36. Okay. This is really awkward, but I'm actually going to do this. Which means I shouldn't have bought resources either, but I kind of had to not give away what I was doing to my opponent. So they're in a rough spot now because they don't have coal for, you know, the 20 and the 36, and they kind of have to burn the 36 this turn in order to get decent enough resources. Problem is, I can stay below them, and if they burn the coal this turn, I can lock them out of coal for one of those plants. That's actually a thing I can do. And 26 comes on. Oh, baby. This market. Let me check and see. 44 came. So I have to think about this. Need to think here. Need to think. Can I end the game? The remaining cities are expensive as hell, so probably not. But I can at least delay this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it would take me one more turn to do this, I think. Marty building more is good for me, too. It means I can build more and get more out of the plants that I have right now. Yeah, Marty's in a really bad spot, actually. I think they just assumed I had to build. But when I saw them storing, you know, I did not think they would have the money to end the game. No way in hell. So, yeah. 36 was a bad buy for Marty, I think. And that might be the thing that gets me back in to win this game. All right. Yeah, they're in a really bad spot here because there's just nothing they can buy. Like 26, like buying 26 would get them to 21 capacity, but the problem is this. Yeah, this is tough for Marty. What I think Marty has to do is probably replace the 20, is my thinking. Because they will be able to get coal on the 36. Like, I can't lock out both of those plants. Because what I'd be doing here is I'd buy 31 and then lock them out of coal. Yeah, they get 26, which I think is in fact the correct play. $46, perfect for me. Gets me to 21. Well, that's just exactly the drop I needed. So, yeah. All right. Well, that's my 21 capacity that I needed. All right. Buying that extra trash last turn, I'm not sure if it was a mistake or not. But yeah, I have to do this. Because I can't end the game this turn, I have to do this. Here's the deal, though. If I don't build to 16... Like, I think I... Well, no, because... They had what? Yeah, they get to 16. If I don't build to 16, they might be able to end the game this turn. So let's see if I can even get there, though. I can't even get to that. Okay. Okay. Well. And I can only afford to... So I should only build one more city then. Marty might win the game now, actually. Basically, what I think this comes down to is they either end the game now, this turn. Yes, they can't end it. My read on their money was right. Okay. I decided to commit to the idea that... And now they're screwed. They can't win. Like, they literally cannot win the game now. They have to buy another... Well, they have to buy another plant to replace the 20. That's what they could do. But still, that's buying an extra plant. Compared to me. And ultimately, that's going to win me the game. They have to replace the 20. But the problem is this. Well, no, they have to play a 44. Yeah. The only safe play for Marty in this situation is they have to replace the 20 with 44. Frankly, they should have replaced the 20 last turn, I think. This is why turn order matters in this game. Turn order is huge, especially in 2-player. You're seeing it right here. I was doing so bad in the early and mid game in this one, and then I just steadily kept climbing back into it, committing to the efficiency strat. And oh my god, Marty passed to me? Okay, sure. So I need to see about this. If I buy 3 more coal and the nuke, I should be able to end this turn, right? I really thought Marty would buy 44, but I guess maybe they can't end the game. So this is what, 9 more cities left. You know what I'm going to do? The safe strat for me to win... Well, no, I can't do that because they have enough coal on the 36, so I can't do that. I think what I have to do ultimately is just... Actually, let me calculate this. So I can't end the game with nuclear. Therefore, I have to commit to just... Can they end the game this turn is the question. Can they end the game this turn is the question. This is actually a rough spot for me, now that I think about it. Because now they can power 16. I think what I have to do here is just build as much as possible to prevent them from ending the game, and then hope my efficiency carries it for me. 1, 2, 3... And yeah, I think this is the play now. I think I just build. And then I should be able to catch up on money in the next turn. I'm thinking that is the play here. Because the crazy thing is, they still won't have, if they burn the 36, there won't be enough coal coming back into the game for them. So they can't run 36 again. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the play here. I think now is when I stop the coal buyout. And then just hope that my efficiency makes me the money. And yes, this is a rare situation where I will burn coal on the 46, only powering 2 cities, because I already have enough on it to end the game next turn, so I think that's going to be the plan here. Like, because only 3 coal come back into the game, and Marty will need... Okay, so here's the situation. Marty has 3 coal stored in 36. They'll also need coal on the 20 to end the game on the next turn. Problem is, only 3 coal come back into the game next turn, so there's only 5. If they burn the 36, there's only 5 coal available, and they'll need 6 on both the 20 and the 36. So the correct play for them is actually not to run the 36 again this turn, so they only power 9 cities. So so in my building I stopped at 16. Because 16 is the number to prevent Marty from ending the game. Because I think if Marty can end the game, it's close, and I think I should have the money advantage on the next turn, because Marty will have to buy more resources and I won't. Well, no, I'll have to buy nuke and trash, but that's the cheapest. That's cheap stuff, though. Yep. Marty makes the correct play. Marty should stop at 16 because then they get bottom in the turn order. And that way they'll be able to safely buy their coal that they'll need to close it out. And yep. Actually, hold on. Let me think about this. 7 plus 6 plus 4 is 17, so I actually don't need to fire the 24 here. Yeah, that's the play then. I was about to make a mistake and burn more resources than I needed. Glad I caught that. Since I was firing the 46 anyway, I needed to do my math with that. Usually with those big, like, 6 and 7 plants that are really inefficient, I won't run them until the final turn, because they don't even make a profit oftentimes if the resource is really expensive. And even if you do make a profit, you may risk being bought out of that resource on the next turn. And all I have to buy for resources is 1 uranium. I got a really sweet deal on 39, I have to say. Really sweet deal. Because I knew how bad the Step 3 market was. That's what tracking the plants does for you. And Marty still won after all that? Wow. That goes to show how strong the early and mid-game lead was. I think I did everything I could to give myself a chance in that game. But it just wasn't quite enough in the end. Very close game, it turned out to be. That's one of the more interesting two-player games that I can recall having, especially with someone not named J-Bode. So good stuff to Marty. Really good stuff here. I still feel like the second game, I'm very happy with how I played, though. I feel like I did all the right things in response to the bad luck. In Game 2, at least. Game 1, there were some mistakes on my part still. Game 2, though, I feel like I played that one much better. Just that early and mid-game luck with the market just won it for Marty. So anyway, I gotta head to work now, so see y'all later, and I hope you enjoy.